So I've just completed a 10-day break from my phone, from social media, from the internet. And in today's conversation, I'm going to be sharing with you the thoughts that have been created from spending this time away from the devices and some new ideas around our relationship that we have with them. If this is a conversation that is of interest to you, if you're interested in your relationship with your phone, how it might be affecting your mind, how you could use it in a bit of a better way, I'd love you to stay to the end of this video, as I'm very keen to get a number of your contributions to this new theory that I'm developing. I must say at the start, I did turn on my phone once a day. I have a very lovely girlfriend that I love communicating with, and I decided to turn it on once a day so I could send a simple voice note or a video note so we can maintain communication. Other than that WhatsApp, I didn't enter social media, I didn't enter the internet, I didn't enter my email, which was the main priority of this experiment. So kicking things off, when I first went there, I kind of got off the train as I arrived in Cornwall. I turned off the phone when my brother picked me up and the experiment began. Interestingly, over the first kind of 2 days, the main first 2 days, I actually found it really difficult, and I found that it was almost making me feel nervous not knowing what was going on in the world, not knowing what's going on with my work, not knowing what was going on with my friends, and it kind of was making me feel nervous. And I have been on a phone probably every day since I was about 10 or 11 years old, so it's 14 years of being interconnected with these devices, seeing the internet, so it was just a change for my mind. As the days went on, as I kind of moved through that into the third day, it actually started to feel quite relaxing, not really knowing what was going on, and it really helped me to just immerse myself in the experience that I was having, because in all those moments that you may be slightly bored, you're queuing for something, you're waiting for something, you're in a car, where you may just find that you just look at the internet, check something out. I was just there, having to just focus on what I was up to, and that began to become quite pleasurable. As the week went on, of course I was taking this break because I think it's fantastic for the mind, but I was also interested in stimulating some kind of new idea around this relationship with the devices. And it had been about a week and nothing had actually come into my head at all. I thought it was a good experience, I was noting down some of it, but nothing really specific had come in. And it was on day 8 I was thinking about the technology, and I was thinking, there's quite a lot of things over this last week that I've been really missing. I was really missing listening to music on the beach. That's something I always loved doing. There were utilities, things like Google Maps is pretty useful. Often I had no idea where I was going because we're pretty reliant on those things these days. Cameras, videos, all of that kind of stuff. I was really missing it, and it was beginning to stimulate some ideas in my head. And when I went into this experiment, the primary motive for doing it was that I was in fear of what these devices may be doing to us. The massive stimulation of our brains, the comparison we experience online, the anxiety that we can sometimes have by not knowing what's going on or worry about something that's happening on the internet. And I was going into it fearful of what these devices are doing and thinking, should we really be coming off them? What I began to discover, specifically on day 8, this came into my mind, is that these devices are really valuable for our life. They really do create a lot of useful things that can enhance the experience that we're having. They can, of course, also do the other side. They can lead to us mindlessly scrolling the internet, comparing ourselves to others online, stimulating our brain late at night or early in the morning. But there is a real distinction. There are things you can do on these phones that are really valuable and do enhance your life, and things that maybe have a negative effect on it. When I was thinking about this, I started thinking, wow, could I maybe create some categories of what would good technology usage be like? Could it be looking and understanding your health? Could it be educating yourself online? That was something I missed like crazy. I love watching YouTube and learning new ideas and learning new information. It could be the utilities, it could be the connecting with people, the FaceTimes, the having good conversations, the laughing. And I was thinking there is massive value in these devices. And initially, when I was planning on making this video, I thought, what I'll do is I'll think of these 5 categories like I do with a number of different areas in the programs that I deliver. I'll build the categories out, I'll demonstrate what good technology usage is like so that people can kind of check in with themselves and think, am I currently doing something that's encompassed within each of these categories? I then was thinking, If I build these myself, that is only my subjective experience of how I'm using a phone. It's how I use it for my work, how I'm communicating with people, what I'm interested in. It would only be built based on my perspective. I therefore am very, very keen to engage you. So whether you're watching this on LinkedIn or YouTube or Instagram, I'd love you to comment below what you believe you're using your phone for that's enhancing your experience of your life. So it might be you love the music, it might be it's really helping your health. I don't even really want to bias your perspective. If you do have something that you're using your phone that's helping you in your life and you feel it's aiding the experience you're having, I'd love you to comment it below. Whether you want to comment it, you can write it in a DM. But I'm going to spend the next few weeks basically collecting as many perspectives as I can of this technology usage, so I can build out a template that really has a collective understanding of where these phones are useful. The idea is, after we kind of have built these categories, these components of good technology usage, whatever I may call it as this idea develops, I've thought of this process whereby I've called it currently Tech Check, where you look at your phone, say you're sitting on your phone, whether you're sitting at your desk, you're on the sofa, whatever it may be. You say the word to yourself, Tech Check, and you just consider, what am I doing on this phone? And is it currently within one of these categories that's good technology usage? If it is, maybe you're learning something from YouTube, or you're videoing something, or you're connecting with someone or FaceTiming someone. You say Tech Check, you think, yeah, fantastic, this is helpful for my life. If you check in and you think, well, actually, I've been scrolling Instagram stories for the last 45 minutes and that isn't of that much value. Getting FOMO, seeing what people are up to, comparing your life, appearance, whatever we do on these internet platforms, that is then a trigger to think, I've done the Tech Check, I'm currently not encompassed within one of the good tech categories. Could I do something else? That could be a stimulation to go back to your work after staring at your screen because a task is difficult or boring. Or it could be going on a walk, going to eat some food, going to chat to someone, going to get a coffee, whatever it may be. But I want us to create this process whereby we feel we have a tangible idea that we can utilize, so that when we're using the devices, we're using them in an intentional way that's supporting the experience we're having in our lives. And in the moments we're not, we start being able to really easily check in with ourselves and think, yeah, that isn't of value, let's do something else. This is the current idea. As I say, I'd really love you to comment or DM me your perspective of what are you doing on your phone that you feel is aiding the experience that you're having in your life. Therefore, I can collect it all together. I'm talking about this a lot in the speeches I deliver in organizations at the moment. So I'm gaining as many thoughts as I can so we can make a collective idea of what good technology usage looks like so that we can use it in the best way possible. I don't see any value in thinking, let's just come off the phones and let's not use them, because they're too powerful and it's so incredible what they can do, and technology is only going to run faster and faster in our society. I think it's essential that we collectively work to understand how we can use this tech in a way that's going to support our lives. I hope you enjoy this video. If you are watching on any of the platforms and you enjoy the content that I create, I'd love you to subscribe or like the video. I'm very keen for these conversations to reach as many people as I can so this can create a big impact for those that enjoy it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.